Municipal Stadium, where we have the Houston Cougars taking on the Arizona State Sun Devils. I'm joined here by Vocket or Andrew, however he wants to be known.
Sir. Big day, opening day.
Big day.
Well, opening day for these teams, not opening day for in general, but two teams looking to start off in the 1,000 mark.
And four out of the six teams, it is opening day, as we have a doubleheader today, doubleheader action. Let's see. Get lineup set up. The best wide receiver 1, 2, 3, 1. I'm not sure who's playing. The commentary will be led by Vaca today, Andrew, but I will be jumping in here and there. But seeing as I'm doing stats, he's probably the best one to be doing it.
Gotta watch today. I think the X factor of this Arizona team is going to be some of these old gen guys that were brought in. I mean, if he can find some of these diamonds in the rough and make them good players, I think that'll be big. So the main guy for me is the CC Zart or Super. He's just like he's pretty good at just everything he plays. Like I feel like he's not bad at anything. He has potential to be really good. So I think he's one of the main bright spots on this team. And I think for Houston, Mech Boy really, if he can hit for average instead of just power, I think he's going to be a really good player.
Yeah, we should have a good matchup here. A few good players on both sides here showing up. First round picks for both teams here. Iseni and Yo Robbie looking to make some names for themselves in NCAA baseball. Obviously, those are names that are known well around the league, but let's see how they do in this one.
Yeah, and I don't really see how we aren't going to have a high scoring matchup today. I'm not very favorable on both of the pitchers starting today, which I think, if I'm not wrong, are Iseni and Yo Robbie, or if I might be wrong there. Is Robbie starting?
No, McBoy's on the mound, and then Sphinx Dolphin.
Yeah, so that's a newer look, at least on the Houston side of this matchup. Have not seen McBoy throw any innings whatsoever, so it's going to be exciting to see what he's got. And then we got a familiar face in Sphinx Dolphin, obviously. Probably a 10-year veteran.
Yeah, he's
10-year veteran. So been a pitcher for a while. Wasn't that good in EBL, but I mean, it was very hard to be a good pitcher in EBL.
Yeah, it was the ball was flying out, and then there weren't a whole lot of rules helping the pitchers there. But NCAA, we're hoping to balance that up a little bit. You can still hit the ball pretty far, but you have to have a little bit of an eye when you're at the plate. And
yeah, it takes more skill. There's a lot more strategy that goes into it, and that's what I'm excited to see here. Is the
it comes despite a slower pitch speed, actually, down from 405 to 385. But I think the fact that you can't just guess hit as soon as the pitch comes out of the hand, I think that's gonna make for some good
yeah.
hits.
Yeah, no, and I'm absolutely loving the new rule changes. It looks like the gameplay was great for the first game. Everyone loved it, so it's a good sign for the future of the league. But we're gonna see what happens here. Yo, Robbie stepping in, and we will wait for the play ball. First pitch is looking like it's going to be at 7:09, actually 7:08 p.m. Sphinx Dolphin awaiting the delivery.
Play ball has been called. Let's see.
The first pitch for Arizona's season starts here. 0-1, caught the corner. Definitely was a good pitch there. High. Known, I'd say this is what he's more known for, is that he's a more of a sinker guy. You're going to see a lot of sinkers. You're going to see a lot of changeups. That's a lot of just what you're going to see from Sphinx today. Changeup low there, swung on and missed.
He had 30 strikeouts in EBL, and the strike zone to help with the balance aspect, it's a little bit bigger actually than EBL is. So I'm interested to see how he does.
Pitch low there. That's a great eye by Robbie there. That's a hard take. Nasty sinker ball pitcher. And that ball looked like it was gonna. It looked just like the first pitch of the at bat, actually. But here we are. Sinker again. Robbie swings, grounds this one to second base, and it's gonna get through for a hit. So the first hit of the EBL season was and it gets by here. This is a live ball, so Robbie's gonna advance to second base. So single plus error. I mean, this is just part of what makes Robbie just one of the more elite pitcher or guys that can hit. I mean, 2-strike count. All he has to do. No, he wasn't actually well hit. All right, well, Robbie, one of the better hitters, finds a way to put a hard ground ball through. Was hit pretty hard. 108.
Hey, I don't know if
108 off the bat.
I don't know if you noticed this, but the top 3 hitters on this Houston team, they just won the World Series with Houston in EBL, so they have a little bit of chemistry here.
Getting the drive, McBoy to right field. This one's foul.
Foul! It's a foul ball. Wow.
And that was almost a hot start to the season there. I mean, that was a great swing. He timed that one up perfectly. Was slightly foul, but still a great swing nonetheless.
Is that right field line?
0-2 changeup, swing and a miss. Great pitch there. It was almost like a sinker that just dropped in right past him. Amazing pitch.
And Andrew, that goes to show the new pitch changes. The changeup slower, the bat speed's faster. You can't just guess hit up there. If you do, you're going to get caught with a lot of changeups throughout the season.
Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. And that just showed on McBoy there. Sped him up, slowed him down. A great sequence there. Change up, barely misses the corner there. Slightly outside. 2-0. Falling behind 2-0 is not good. You can expect something quick. Fastball up. Luis takes it, but did not look comfortable taking it there. Looked slightly uncomfortable taking that pitch there. 3-0 count. Or 2-1 count. Pitch in the zone. This ball's lined to right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Robbie on his way to third. He's going to stay put. Runner on his way to second. Running back to first. Retreats and is safe. First and third early in the first inning. It looks like these Houston bats are really just... They're starting to get hot. Something that you...
Luis a little lucky there. I think they could have caught him if they fired to first.
Great first pitch there, and he's gone with the sinker for the first pitch. He started every single at bat off with that, so this might be something that they want to wait on. Changeup down in the zone. This one's high and deep to left. This one's going to get off the wall over the head of Iseni, who dives and misses it. 1 run's going to come in the score. Luis is rounding third and heading to the plate. Luis will score. Runner is on his way to third, and he is going to be safe at third. Oh, out. Must have been a tag. I didn't see a tag, but I think he was out.
So in NCAA, it's a little bit different. The only part you can't tag with is your back. So if the side of you tags him, it's good. It's just your back can't tag him. That's the only difference.
But still, I mean, he is out on the base paths, but truly a great swing there. Was able to turn on that pitch by Christopher World. I mean, by Swings Dolphin. Go the other way.
And was that
jumping
DJ
over.
who fired it to third? That was him that got him out of third. Right?
Yeah, that was. And Dolphin high and probiotic did not look great. And that at bat struck out in a
much like
horrible
what
at
we
bat.
saw in the EBL, Sphinx Dolphin 2 runs allowed but 2 strikeouts.
Yeah, and that just seems to be a problem. You can't. That's not something you can rely on. Really, is only strikeouts. And yes, we obviously love when pitchers can get strikeouts, but if you're not limiting, the control, that's the issue. That's what I'm going for here. Just a lack of control is going to lead to home run balls. We saw it in round 1 with the hung sliders by pitcher Christopher World, and we saw it from Peter with the lack of just spotting his pitches. Missing down the middle with changeups, and it leads to uncharacteristic outcomes like home runs. And we got Luis taking the mound here, making his NCAA season debut on the mound. Another guy who can strike out a bunch of people, but also very good with his location. Does miss high there. 1-1. Low there. Good eye by Super Doge Boy to leave that pitch off.
Super. He's a bit of a veteran here in next gen. He's always
Swing
played
and
that
miss.
well, especially in the non-RNG era.
Yeah, a big home run hitter. Doesn't hit for average, but hits for power and gets on base. Change up. Swung on, hit to left. That ball's gonna get caught by the left fielder. A nice play.
Who's that?
Out number 1.
Big boy. It is.
He's sitting now. Another person who hits for power. You know, you kind of know where Easton is gonna hit. She has a tell, but does hit for power. The ball will go over the fence a lot, but taking ball 1 low. Dirt ball there. Not ideal. That ball's high there. So 1 or 2-0. Good chance. You could see a strike here. Cini swings and misses. Good cut there. Looking to go over the right field wall, as you can tell. 3-1. So, you know, the thing that we've seen from Cini was a Rookie of the Year in BFBL. Swings the bat well and can pitch the ball well. Not shocked to if we'll be seeing Cini as a ball force thrown there. So, good eye from Cini. You know, very patient hitter at the plate. Will always have a high on base percentage. Average might not be as high, just because, you know, Cini is just more of a home run hitter than anything, but will walk a ton. Knows the zone very well.
I think what gets her on these teams, it's activity, it's a good chemistry with everybody, and that's a
Well,
drive.
that one's gonna get down. That one should be extra bases. Thrown in the second, runner will advance to third, and runner's caught in a rundown between first and second. This is going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. Camstar confused, and he's safe at second base. Good base running wins ball games. And we just saw that there. Got himself into a rundown, but found a way to get the second. A good swing there. Drives the ball to right center. Extra base hit. Now you got second and third with, you know, one of your more exciting guys coming up to the plate.
Looks like Lewis got kicked from the game. Probably said something inappropriate, let's be honest with ourselves here. He got suspended for a day for saying dead ass. He said, how did that miss? We're not dead ass. And he is suspended for a day. So he should be joining up soon.
And you know, that hit right there by Ansi was just a great swing. It was a hung pitch, you know, and a problem that we're seeing with a lot of pitchers so far into this season is, I guess, the change in the ball mechanics. Because we're seeing a lot of hung pitches left in the zone, and they're getting crushed. I mean, if you can time something up that's more down the middle, I mean, the ball's going to fly. Yeah, we saw the pitch there a lot. If we take a look into the game yesterday, matchup between Texas and Illinois, the home run that was hit by HTTP Peter. Chris, you want to give a little insight on that?
Yeah, sometimes, you know, usually I'm hitting my pitches, and then I'll be honest, every once in a while, that slider, it can be tough to control. You know, you got to move at the exact same time, jump at the exact same time, backspace the exact same time. You know, it's a nasty pitch, and I think fittingly, I think the best pitches should be the hardest to throw, and so if you mess up one little thing, you're throwing it right down the sweet spot, and that's what happened. And with Peter, you can't miss your spots, man. He's one of the best hitters in the league. He won MVP in ABL, so I left it over to the plate, and he hit it out.
Yeah, you know, as of recently, I'd say in the last couple of years or so, Peter's definitely been one of the most respectable and best scariest offensive players in the league. A lot of hard hit balls come from him, so you can't really miss in spots like that. And that Texas team is looking very scary. You got CC, you got Peter. That's going to be a team that I say is a favorite for the national championship. Looking to get out of a jam here. Second and third, one out. We have a chance. Tying run on second. Go ahead, run at the plate. That ball is low. And the thing with those pitches that are low, you can hit those balls hard on the ground. But this is just going to be hit softly, just foul.
Are they calling that?
No, it was foul. That was foul.
I think it was over the bag.
No, it was on the right of the bag. I had a good angle on it. It was foul.
Alright, I'm gonna take a look at that one.
I'm gonna go out and say that was foul. I mean, you could see the angle on it. It was foul.
We're gonna pull up the replay on stream. I trust you. I just want to double check.
Yeah, always good to take a look. Completely agreed.
Let me slow the speed down. So I got it foul, rolling foul.
I think slightly to the right of the bag.
I'd say you're right because it probably would hit off the bag if fair.
Yeah. So I think that's what the call should be, slightly to the right of the bag. Very close call though. This is a big spot coming up here. You're gonna need a good hit here, something that can really change the momentum of this game.
I think Cindy would have been safe at home if fair, but I don't know. Well, they're
Big spot here. Part of being a good hitter is coming up in these spots right here. The best guys are going to come through in spots like this. This is an example of one of those big spots. 1-1 delivery. Way up. 2-1. Or no, 1-1. No, 2-1. We struggling to find the zone here early. Super hits this one hard into right. This one has a chance to get down, and it does. Another base hit. One run's going to score. The tying run coming in, and this game is all evened up.
Wow, what a big hit there by Carts.
Yeah, this was a guy that I highlighted as someone that is really just going to be an X factor for this team, and he proves it perfectly there. Coming through. A great hit, and now Lamont is going to take his first career next gen at bat.
And the last two hits, nearly the same place. 333 studs at 13 spray, and then 330 studs at 15 spray. I mean, they're hitting it right to the same spot, and it's getting down.
I mean, yeah, they do have a weaker center field in the game currently. I'd say this guy is not one of the better ones. Lamont hits this one weakly to the right side. Nothing's going to come out of that, though.
Andrew, how hard do you see it being? I know a lot of these guys are in PBL. How hard is it to go from that old gen game to the next gen game?
Well, I'd say that there's a major difference in just gameplay. I know I can't speak as much on it because I'm more of a guy came from new gen, went to old gen. I always found old gen to be a lot easier. There's a lot more technicality in new gen. There's a lot more stuff you have to worry about, whereas new gen is just more swinging.
Right. I think the arcadiness, I think that attracts people a lot in old gen. While not super realistic, I think the added sense of realism.
But Lamont here hits a left. This one's gonna get caught, but hey, a pretty good swing from a newer player, was able to hit that ball kind of hard. 132 studs per second off the bat. You know, I mean, we've seen home runs go that fast.
I think if you're Sphinx Dolphin, that's all you really want out of your new guys right now, getting them used to hitting in this next gen.
Yeah, we just want balls in play. As simple as that. We want the ball to be put in play.
Yeah, how many easy plays have we seen get through for a hit or an error?
I mean, we've seen it in the first. Robbie in a 2-strike count was able to fight off a pitch that wasn't good, puts it through. Grounded to third base off the bag. Good play by Bars to recover. Goes to first.
Wow. That was a good play there.
Yeah, I mean, that was a phenomenal play.
And is that 3 outs? It is.
You know, and I mean, we need to highlight because, you know, that's a pretty difficult play to make. That was hit decently hard, hit off of the bag, ricocheted. He was able to react to the ball and the ricochet. It's just great play there.
We're going to see the replay on this one. Ground ball left side, off the bag. He adjusts, fires the first for the out. Nice play. And look who's up now after making a big play like that. You know, you really like getting back.
Momentum's here. Wouldn't be shocked to see another sinker. Yep, there it is, and another sinker inside. Bars fouls it off though. Let's see what happens here. Bars takes a pitch high. And, you know, I think the main issue with pitching from Sphinx Dolphin here is just the lack of ability to adapt. You know, he just hasn't really adapted to this newer era of playing. A lot of his pitches don't work anymore. Like those drop pitches, they might work on guys who aren't as developed, but when you got guys coming in who are very solid hitters, you're not going to see a lot of success. But, you know, strikeout there on Bars, that's his third of the day. So he's pitching very well to start this game off.
It makes you think of the RNG era where the less balls in play, the better. In that, you know, it's kind of random what the contact is, so all you can really do as a pitcher is try to get strikeouts, and I think that's what he's doing. But then, you know, those changeups, if you don't guess and miss, those things are way out of here, and I think that's why there's such a disparity in the Ks and the earned runs.
Yeah, you know, and there's a lot of bad ball hitters in this league is what I like to look at. A lot of guys that can take pitches like that are on the corner and can hit it for pretty far distances. I mean, we saw Mech Boy, he sat on an outside changeup, was able to put that ball over the fence. It was foul, but still a great way to adjust to a hard pitch there. And Ian hits this one in the right center field. This is going to get down for a base hit. It's going to be held to 1, but hey, like that's an example of a perfect at-bat there. You know, he worked the count against DJ. Didn't take the pitches that were close, or took the pitches that were close to the zone but not strikes, and then found one that he threw and left over the plate. Was able to line it to right field. For center field, this is going to get down for a base hit, a perfect hit by 1992.
And we're going to see the replay on that. Good piece hitting by Ian here.
Yeah, I mean that's just a great at bat. You know, Ian's a guy. I mean, he was a leadoff hitter in BFBL for a while. He can put the ball in play. I wouldn't be shocked if he moves up in the lineup here as the season goes on, because he truly is just a very good hitter. And swing and a miss there. That was a perfectly spotted changeup. And that's where we're talking about the perfect changeups that he can throw. When DJ can locate both his fastball sinker and changeup combo, he might be the best pitcher in NCAA. I mean, he can strike out. And there it is there. You know, his changeup, outside corner, 4th K of the day.
And let me ask you this. You know, with the new hitting system, a ball in the dirt, if you locate it right, it's going to be a ground ball. Do you see that causing even just a half-second delay in the hitter's mind before they realize they can swing? And if so, you see that helping DJ a little bit more as opposed to an EBL, where you could just swing it whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's less of a risky pitch for DJ to throw. I mean, when you're throwing sinkers in EBL, you leave that thing over the plate, or you leave it and you roll it, it's gonna get crushed. I mean, a sinker was pretty much a useless pitch, which is why I think I see I saw Sphinx Dolphin getting laced in that league, and he's doing a lot better here. Robbie hits this one high and deep to right field, down out there, foul ball. But I mean, a great effort there from the rookie in right field. Almost got to that ball. It was a line shot down the line,
Yeah,
and Robbie singled in the first inning. He was able to find the dirt. Gotta love when you can do that.
yeah. I think
And
even just that half-second delay, man. It's if you read it right, you're gonna get hit. But if you're guessing up there, and if you have to take a half second to reassess, it's gonna be tough to get a good contact on that ball. So I think it helps a little bit of the bounce there. So I'm excited. And we're already seeing it here. There's some offense, but it's nothing crazy.
Swing and a miss. And DJ, he strikes out 3 batters in this inning.
Struck out the side there. Wow.
And he struck out some pretty good hitters this game so far. I mean, Robbie is one of the better contact guys in New Gen, and he gets Robbie swinging. And you know what it's been? It's been his changeup. He's spotting his changeup very well. And when you can spot your changeup in this league, you can win.
He's faced the entire lineup one time exactly and struck out 5 out of their 8 players. So
yeah, I mean, I'm seeing a guy that might be able to.
And in a league like this, where you can, power might be down a little bit. Those 5, that K per 9 or K per 5 being as high as it is, that might put him in kind of that pitcher of the year conversation. I don't think he ends the season with an ERA over 5 if he's striking out, 10 a game.
And something to pay attention to for him is going to be the home run ball. Limiting the home run ball for him is the most important. Luis here, I think the most important thing for him, just find the zone. He's really struggling to find the zone early into this game, and it's turning into at bats where they're able to and over the head of Bars. So he makes a good play to end the last inning, and immediately a hit to left side. So that's going to be a single.
Not to defend him, but those are kind of one of those plays you don't know if it's going to hit you in the head, so you don't want to jump over it, but you don't know. If it gets over, you gets over it. Those are kind of tough to judge there, and I think that's what happened. He didn't know whether or not to jump.
Very good power hitter here coming up to the plate. This is a guy similar to Mech Boy. Oh, struggling with the bat. Looks like we're having a bit of a bat problem.
And this guy, did he just get here, or has he been on the field? I don't know.
Been on the field. Second baseman, I think, or first baseman.
Do you know when he showed up?
No.
Oh, well.
Line shot to third, so he instantly makes up for it and safe at first base. A Jersey rule, if we're calling that. I'm not sure if we are calling that, but
honestly, I think that's really on the umpire. If he's batting and the umpire doesn't say anything, that's kind of on him, to be honest. As an umpire, you gotta call that.
Super Dojeboy back up. His first at bat resulted in, I'm not 100% sure. What happened his last at bat? 1-1. Swung at the high pitch, got by him. That sped up on him quick. Super Doja Boy does not look comfortable hitting against Luis at all right now. Change up. That's going to hit him.
Yeah,
it did hit the ground, but it looked like it hit him.
It's a hit by pitch. This ain't. I mean, a ball hitting the ground, a hit by pitch is a hit by pitch. If we're having hit by pitch,
yeah.
Then the ball.
Yeah, I mean, hit by pitch is hit by pitch. I was going by old rule. I think that it should be regarding. It doesn't really matter, but Luis really struggling with location early, and that's just been the story. That's been the story for this game for him so far. Can't locate, can't find the zone, hitting batters, walking batters. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, that's his third base on balls this game, or second.
And the thing with this, the hit zone, it can help pitchers a lot. But man, if you're a pitcher and you're just missing that strike zone, it's a double whammy because it can get crushed, but it's not even a strike. So if you're gonna
foul
miss,
ball,
you gotta really miss, and if you're gonna be near the plate, I think it's gotta be a strike. Otherwise, you're just hurting yourself and getting them free at bats, getting them free pitches to hit at.
Cindy walked her first at bat. Looking to do damage here. Swing and a miss.
Good change up there.
Great pitch there. Great pitch there by Luis. Was able to locate it just below the zone to where it wasn't going to get crushed.
That's his.
And I think that is Luis's second K of the game. Great pitch there. And this is one of ASU's best hitters at the plate right now. He hit that double in the first inning. He's got 2 guys on right now. And if you're ASU, you really want to come through here with something. Waiting on the 1-1 pitch delivery here. Way up. And we're seeing a lot of great discipline coming from players so far into this season. And which is something I like to see. Taking strike 2 though. Might be a little too patient. A 2-2 is a very favorable pitcher's count. You can mess around a little bit. This ball's hit hard, and a nice play by Luis to throw to first. Got him. That was a very nice play there. He came off the mound and dove almost at a perfect time. That was a hard hit ground ball. 115 off the bat. So, very good play there by Luis. And ASU strands the hits. Heading into the top of the third now. Sphinx Dolphin taking the mound again. He's struck out 5 so far. It's almost going to be fun to see what else he can do. 5 Ks so far in this one. Awaiting play ball. McBoy, who hit a foul home run off of Sphinx earlier, which then resulted into a strikeout later in the at-bat. More than likely going to see the sinker and a rise ball there. Missed the spot there, and he paid for it. Home run, McBoy.
Yep,
and you see, Chris, this is what we were talking about, Chris. We were talking about missed spots, and it just happened right there. He missed his spot, and if you miss your spot to a hitter as good as McBoy, he's gonna make you pay for it. And that's just a perfect example of what we were talking about earlier, right there.
Yep, McBoy, he puts a good hit on this one, and it just keeps flying, and this time he's aiming correctly. I think a little bit of a minor adjustment from the last time he's up, and it pays off for him.
Ball was crushed. And Luis now in the left. Cine overruns it, but ooh, that got spooky for a second there. Almost overran that. Definitely going to be an adjustment for outfielders to make. Sphinx Dolphin the pitch. Hits the batter. He's been going with that pitch a lot, but misses inside with that one there. Ends up hitting him. Gonna need some ice on that one, Chris.
Yep, he leaves it inside, and then Alexander just
takes
advantage of it. Did he just steal?
No. I think that was... and this guy really struggled his last at-bat. Struck out with a pitch that was way over, and what a pitch there to find the zone.
Probiotic Kombucha, recent signing for this Houston team as they're trying to get a little bit more active, but he's got good. He played in BFBL for a while. I know he's active in Old Gen, so a little bit of a veteran here. Some good active presence, kind of at the 4 spot today. Swing
and a miss. Prob strikes out again, so he's fallen victim to a second strikeout from Sphinx, and I think that's number 6 on the day.
And do you think it's maybe got to do with the fact that they don't? He hasn't played this game nearly as often as some of these other guys have. He's kind of new to the league, so I think it's a little bit tough on some of these guys.
And this ball is lined. The left field's going to get down for a base hit. Bars makes the adjustment, gets a base hit. Love to see players make adjustments and end up getting hits, and it just happened right there. Something that hope to see a lot more is adjustments being made. But now, Ian had a phenomenal at bat his last go around. Let's see what he can do here. Takes ball one. It was outside. Foul ball. Lindor cash. Let's go. 2-0. Outside. (3-0). You know, and you might be getting a money pitch here. He swings at it, and he lifts it high and deep, and that's down out there for a base hit. 1 run is in. Runner is heading around third, going to the plate. We're going back.
They could have had it there.
But, oh, and is he going now? There he goes. It's going to be a foot race. Safe. 2 runs come in. And it looks like, I mean, I think you gotta label that double plus error. Can't give him the triple there. But look at Ian, man. He's been phenomenal so far, and exactly what we've been talking about. All we've been talking about for DJ is his lack of just good pitches, or it's just lack of control.
Yep, and kind of a bad play there. Missed that ball, and they scored because he's going to get an error. And I think one of these runs is going to be unearned, which I guess in a way kind of helps him, helps the ERA, but nonetheless it hurts the scoreboard. And as a player, as a coach, that's what really matters to you.
So 5-2, the lead now. And Robbie adds on with a base hit in the left. 6 runs in now for Houston.
Good piece hitting there for Robbie, and I mean it looks like it might be falling apart here. We'll see if they can stay locked in here a little bit, but bit of a struggle here late.
First pitch in there to Mech Boy. They've hit around this inning, by the way. Just to point that out.
And Mech Boy's, you know, he's having trouble keeping that ball fair there. Well, it's not mattering so much today with the score the way it is, but you know, down the road it could cause some issues if he keeps.
Ground ball to third base. Gets by the third baseman. You see, when you can hit the ball like that, get it through, and Robbie's going to advance to third, so first to third, and that's a double. Mech Boy able to leg out a double there on a defensive mistake.
Yep, just through, and I think really that's a result of not having a full field there, if you ask me.
Line drive. Good play, Vader Ace.
What a catch there by Aviator. You know, could have been even worse than it was, but he's able to make the play, and you know, a little bit of damage done, but 6-2. It's not something I've never seen a comeback from. I can tell you that right now. I think, you know, if they can put some hits together, they're still in it. I'm trying to count the outs here because I think. Oh wait. Let's see.
Hit by pitch. All right, never mind.
You need to add something that's gonna make me see who the.
I drive in the right field. Robbie makes a nice catch.
Nice snag there in the corner. Those can be trouble, but he's able to get over there for the out.
Heading into the bottom of the third inning. Oh, unfortunate there.
Yep.
That would have been a home run.
Crushed, and at this park, I mean, 350 down the line, you got to think 400's got a chance to be gone anywhere.
You know, that's brutal. What was a home run turns into not a home run.
Yep.
You know, that is a vibe killer.
Here's DJ. He's got a chance to help himself out here if he can get on base.
And he grounds it right back to the pitcher. Oh, don't like to see that.
That was the pitcher who got it, right?
It's by Sphinx. And you know, it's been like a very just iffy outing. It's been kind of like I don't know if I want to be proud of it or not, but this is gonna drop down for a hit. It's starting to look miserable for Arizona State.
Yeah, good piece of hitting there, getting it right down the line for a base hit. You know, I think that's someone like Eastsini with a little bit of experience. I think they get to that ball, but somebody who's got a little bit less time in next gen like Carts, it's gonna be hard to get over there.
Rob, foul. It looks like we have a little bit of a stance adjustment here, actually. I don't know if you've noticed this too, Chris. A little bit of a moving up in the box, trying to attack it.
Notices the right fielder Carts just left. Let's see if they notice that.
They do, and it's down. So Prob gets a hit. Good diving stop. And what a throw. Wow. Phenomenal throw, but you know, when you don't have anyone and I have a feeling that this is gonna get very ugly.
Yep, not looking great here. They move Aviator over to the outfield now.
See, and if I'm DJ, I'm staying away from rollers right here. Gonna lead to ground balls, which is the last thing that you want. You want to rely on fly balls now. Swing and a miss. So down 1-2. Ground ball, and this is exactly what I was talking about.
I don't think this one.
Robbie around third, but goes back.
Actually, they had a chance to get him there. You know, no outs here, bases loaded.
Not liking how this is looking.
We might see a forfeit here. I hope not, but you never know with games like this.
And you know, one of the hottest hitters at the plate right now. I mean, this is just a recipe for disaster. Coming up. Ball outside, and you know, Chris, I have a feeling about what's about to happen.
Yeah, you're seeing this too. Bases loaded, nobody out. He's gonna have to start throwing some strikes here, and if you leave it in this wheelhouse for any of these guys.
Good pitch there. DJ battling.
When these guys get a hold of one, it goes a long ways. Just like
2-2 count, by the way. Now full. Full count pitch. Line in the right. He's hit it the same spot 3 times, and he's gotten 3 hits. And a nice stop by the center fielder. 2 runs coming to score. Almost got him at third there. Runner advances to second. So a 2-run double by Ian. 3 for 3 day from him.
Yeah, big hit there. 2 more runs batted in for Ian. That brings him to 3 on the day. And over to third is Barstar. So still now Robbie's back up.
Robbie hit well right to the right fielder. Aviator makes the catch. 1 out. Runner not tagging though.
Robbie nearly would have gotten called out for interference there. Tried to grab that ball in the air, but he doesn't get to it. So 1 out here.
You know,
there is
he wants it more.
He gets out of this with any more damage, but man, it's gonna be tough. Honestly, this is where you kind of want them to hit the ball in the air somewhere.
Right field, foul. You know, that's what you're looking for, though. You're looking for stuff that isn't going to go totally out of the park, but we'll stay in this video.
2 for 3 today, but man, he's hit 3 balls foul and hard. All 3 of them would have been hits. 1 of them a home run. But he's got a home run already. Just think about the day he'd be having if he could hit an all fair. And DJ not really doing a good job getting off the mound. He's kind of standing on the mound and that's leaving the right side wide open. Look at him. He's kind of late.
Strikeout swinging there though. McBoy. Oh, a little bit of trash talk. Don't know if you can really talk that much when you're giving up 8 earned, but
7 earned and 7 Ks for Saints.
It's looking like more here, but a nice play from Aviator Ace.
Nice play there. You know, again, it could have been worse. It keeps you in it, and in this league, you never know. You know, if you can keep yourself in it, I'm not saying they're going to come back, but you want to give yourself a chance whenever you can, and that's what they're kind of doing here. So we'll see. Super Doge, Eastsini, they're up next. Top of the lineup here, you know, they're going to have to put some runs back on the board here if they really want to have a chance.
It's Super Doge Boy. High drive in the left. This one is a great catch there. What a play by McBoy. An amazing catch by the left fielder.
Kind of looked like wall to me, but it looked like it bounced off the wall. DJ Dude staying out, so I'm gonna go with his call. Those are always tough for me to even tell, to be honest with you. So I kind of defer to whoever wants to call it. Because man, the ball, they dive, ball looks like it's the wall, they catch it. You know, you don't know if
not great aim on that. But inside the Eastsini. That's a big first out.
At the end of the day, you know, I think with how how hard the balls get hit in this game, how easy offense is, I think you kind of do give a little bit of leeway to the defense. And look at their right fielders right now. They have 2 right fielders. Center field's wide open. Let's see if Cini tries to take advantage of this. She might be trying to aim this up. But let's see if does that mess with her head? Because now, you know, she might guess it here, trying to hit center field.
And that ball's hit the center, and that's gonna get down for a hit. So the shift doesn't work out. Cini's gonna get a double. Oh, Cini might have the third here. Yep, Cini's heading the third. Cini is, oh, that's a great throw. Cini's safe though.
It's gonna be we're gonna go ahead and throw that a triple win at.
Stupidity from Houston. You know, I don't know if you want to be throwing or messing around this early,
I think
especially with.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, this team can come back.
I don't know what they're thinking there. They need to.
Don't take this team lightly. I mean, their only out was from a lineout.
And you know, sometimes that's how these innings start. You know, it's sometimes you get like an out like that where you feel like it should have been yours, and it really actually lights a spark. And you know, sometimes teams end up using that as field. So let's
Strikeout.
see if Arizona State can do that here.
Not there though. Ponce strikes out. And now that brings up Aviator Ace, who pretty good swings in his last couple at bats. Swing and a miss there.
Second strikeout of the game for Lewis. Sphinx is 7. Not an NCAA record, but certainly on this season it is. Especially in the
Swing and a miss. How many Ks does Luis have?
Lewis has 2. DJ has
DJ has.
allowed, 7 earned, and 7
Oh, and Cindy steals home.
Wow, stolen base there for Easton. Caught Lewis sleeping, and honestly caught me sleeping a little bit.
Unexpected.
8-3. Hey,
Unexpected
don't put
there.
Francisco Lindor up to bat with the bases loaded here. It's 8-3. There's still a chance here. Andrew, I gotta ask you. You know, looking at the new season, the names you know, we're talking about how pitching's changed. Who do you see benefiting from the pitching changes, and maybe having a little bit of a pitcher of the year season?
I mean, I was gonna say DJ had the biggest advantage, but obviously not here. But I feel like a guy like Bobbert is really gonna flourish with these new conditions.
Bobbert, he already does not like to throw strikes, and there's a strikeout there. That's 3 on the day for Lewis. East City's able to double and score thanks to the error. So it's going to be a 8-3 ball game heading into the top of the 5th, rather.
DJ's gonna come up, trying to lower his ERA. Swinging into this.
If he can finish this one out with no more runs, his ERA is only 2 points higher than mine. Mine's 5, his would be 7. Doesn't feel that close, but that's kind of how this game works. You have blow up innings. You allowed 4 in the 3rd, rather. Other than that, it's
strikeout there. Or no, 1-2. I'm sorry, missed. Well, over there.
He might go back to the well, and he does.
And it does. And that's
for Sphinx Dolphin.
Well located.
I did this in EBL. I had 10 strikeouts against you guys, and I got them all in the first 4 innings, but we lost like 13-12. And that's a base hit to center. No first baseman is wild, but I think Sphinx Dolphin needs to cover here. But he's just not getting off the mound the way he needs to.
Yeah, especially not having any players.
That's gonna be a stolen base. 2nd of the game. 1st for Houston.
And base hit. Not an ideal fun watch. And the run is gonna score.
Oh, they get it.
Runner gets to second base. So just kind of just a sad watch.
Yeah, this is I mean, when you don't have fielders, what can you really do? I mean, they're just gonna abuse that right field line all day, and DJ's not getting off the mound at all. He just stands there. I mean, you got to work with your team there. You got to get off the mound there and cover that hole as best as you can. I think a guy like Bobbert, that's what really helps him out. He fields his position well, and really, if the ball's not out of the outfield, you're not getting on base. Fuck it, for those ASU fans out there, it's a little bit of a stinker. Not how you want your first game to go. What do they have to look at this and at least be positive about moving forward?
Some of their underlooked at players. You know, they got, and as Mason Steele's third. We got guys like Aviator Ace and Caesarts and Unsi. You know, all those guys are looking like pretty decent hitters.
I think they just walked. So second walk we've seen today. One from Easini and now for Houston, Ian gets on via walk, and that's gonna bring up Robbie.
Robbie grounds at the left. Nice play, but again, not covering. Barely gets him. So.
Oh, he had to lead him a little bit. He did not get to it, and Cindy's gonna fire home. She didn't even have a chance to really look, so he's gonna be safe.
10 runs now. Sorry, 11.
So Ian's gonna score on that.
Embarrassing start here. Truly just embarrassing. Oh, and that ball is just absolutely crushed.
Goodbye. That's the second home run of the game for Mech Boy.
And this has gotten ugly.
They have 11-3. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have 11-3 as the score. I have 11-3.
You're gonna rock your body to the greater day.
Thanks for sending me a blessing.
I'm not out of this inning. Starting to get pretty ugly.
Yep, it's 2 outs here though. And Lewis, I think he caps this one off with a 9th strikeout of the game. That would be a very fitting way.
Oh,
It's gonna be foul. Lewis looking a little bit of a more patient hitter at the plate today. He's 1 for 4, but he has yet to strike out. Mech Boy, on the other hand, 2 home runs, 2 strikeouts. He's 3 for 5 so far. It's gonna get down for Lewis. Nice base hit there. They're jumping over it. Nobody knows what they're doing. Lewis going for 2. Bad throw in. He's safe. Double.
yeah, this has been nothing short of disgraceful. Nothing short of that. It's not even interesting to watch anymore.
No, this
Straight
is,
struggling.
This is a rough one. And now
But
they've officially batted around. This is Probiotic's 2nd plate appearance of the inning. You know, if it weren't the 5th inning, we'd be talking about mercy rule here. But they're going to finish the inning either way.
ground ball through for a base hit. Another run's gonna come in. Just not a fun watch.
Sphinx making fun of our umpire. needs to check himself. I'll be honest with you.
Oh,
I mean, 13-3, but this is not the same game that EBL was. Couple of home runs from McBoy, but man, the story of the game
well, I mean,
was poor defense. Nobody, I mean, really no defense when you think about it.
I mean, it's just been not good. Hit well. This should end the inning. And it does. But depressing game from Arizona.
In the bottom half of the inning, the nice thing, all their good hitters stayed, so maybe there's a chance we get some offense here, but
yeah, definitely would hope that they could score like 6 runs, maybe. Just make it interesting. Maybe they can make it interesting. That's always the hope. Make the game entertaining. Maybe a home run, just something to be positive about. Because there hasn't been much.
Yeah, let's see.
They're gonna miss from Sphinx there.
You know, honestly, they've really quieted these batters today. We've only seen, let's see, what was it, 3 hits today? That can't be right. Well, 3 hits, a hit by pitch, a walk, an error.
And this ball's lined the left field and caught for out number 1. Yeah, I mean, this team has no fight. No more fighting then. Not looking good.
Super Doge up. He flew out deep left center last time. It was that 386 stud
fly out, yeah.
Center. So if he tries, he's a gap hitter, but if he tries to get one down the line, maybe it goes out. They're hugging that line pretty tightly here, though. I think sometimes, you know, when you're out big, sometimes you just want to keep the ball in the park and get outs where they find you.
But a home run won't hurt you as much as something else might. You know, stringing together a couple hits can be more detrimental than a home run. Swing and a miss there, and Doge Boy's down on strikes.
Not often you see Doge Boy going down on strikes, but he's struggling a little bit today. 0 for 3. He's reached.
And Cindy gets hit. You know, and that's not what you want to do. Is just hit a batter for no reason. It's kind of a stupid hit by pitch there, and he hits another one. Back-to-back hit by pitches. I mean, what are we doing? That was a hit by pitch, guys. Chat, that was a hit by pitch. Or you can't fucking decline a hit by pitch. This guy's stupid.
I didn't see him move, but
he did not move. It's 13-3, bro. You might as well.
Well, that's fair. Yeah, he did not move, dude. That was not even close to moving. He was a statue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't even think he moved.
Got to keep this game close. You know, Vegas, they're making some phone calls. The spread was, I think 8.5. So I think they really want ASU to cover here. There was a lot of money for the for Houston actually to cover that 8.5. So
Yeah, and we are a very biased organization here. We have ties with the we do have ties.
when you make the
So
money I make from this, oh, pop
oh,
fly!
almost gets down, but that's going to be the game here. 13-3 finish. ASU drops their first game of the season in blowout fashion.
Yes, sir, and that's gonna be it from me and Vakid. Vakid.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to commentate. I mean, it was interesting at the start. You know, it looked like it was going to be a good game, and then it wasn't a good game.
And if you're Houston, you're feeling really good about this. If you're Arizona State, 13-3,
Feeling horrible.
ended the game with 5 fielders. What do you do after this? How do you regroup the team and get them to show next game?
Good activity. That's all you can do. Just need people that want to show up. Maybe some trades.
All right, well, that's it from me and Vakid. Thanks for tuning in. This has been Roblox NCAA Baseball, and we will see you next game.